championship total by the end of the year.
And the Austrian Grand Prix is go! Cutting across to maintain the lead is Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc got a good launch, couldn't do much with it. He'll have an opportunity as we climb the hill though. Closer contact between the Aston Martin and the McLaren. There was the McLaren of Lando Norris who was able to get there. Upper position went Fernando Alonso. Down went Lance Stroll, and he's fallen behind the house as well. But look to the race lead. Look to Charles Leclerc trying to power around the outside. He is shown a defensive shape. Yellow flag is out in the third sector. Max Verstappen maintains the lead. It is Verstappen, Leclerc and Sainz.
Yeah, only change to that first five on the grid is Hamilton getting in front of Lando Norris. Another difficult first lap as Charles Leclerc tries around the outside. He's aggressive.
Off in the gravel goes one of the Alpha Tauris sailing on by there, and that is disappointment. The Ferraris are now side by side as we go through there. 2 times the momentum was with Charles Leclerc, 2 times he was shown the outside line.
See Valtteri's view into the first corner. There's the Alpine, there's Tsunoda bouncing over the curb, understeering wide and just damaging that front wing end plate.
And off the road we go with Hulkenberg, and the Haas.
Terminal.
The Haas is smoking out of the back, and it looks like we have our first retirement for the Austrian Grand Prix. Virtual safety car is out, and so are the teams in the pit lane, but the Ferrari drivers have gone past pit entry, so that was crucial timing. In comes Hamilton, in comes Norris, and they'll get the benefit of pitting under the virtual safety car. For the double stacking pit stop, both Ferraris in.
It's a slow stop for Leclerc, so it's going to be a slow stop for Sainz as well. There's the second Ferrari in.
Virtual safety car is ending, and there's a big opportunity going through the McLaren there, past the Ferrari. Norris up, past Sainz. Here's Sainz trying to repair the damage. He goes to the inside of Lando Norris, but Lando Norris hangs it out there. They're both trying to chase down Hamilton in 4th place, who has that 5-second penalty so early in the race. Side by side we go on board with Carlos Sainz, who's got Lewis Hamilton really squeezing him tight to the right hand side at the white line there, and Sainz was brave. He kept his foot in and he takes the place. Sainz fights by as he tries to get past Perez next of all. Fresher tyres for the Ferrari, old tyres for the Red Bull. This is Sainz now attacking Perez. Same corner, 1 lap on. Sainz is driving like we haven't seen since he won the British Grand Prix 1 year ago, around the outside of Perez.
Absolutely brilliant, making use of those fresher tyres. He's angry and he's attacking.
He's not the only one. Look at this, the brawl continues behind. It's trying to go around the outside, and Magnussen trying to pass Alex Albon, can't get it done. Opens the door for Ocon in the blue Alpine on the left-hand side to try and get his way by. He goes all the way around the outside, yes he does, and Stroll tries to follow but is shown the door. So Verstappen pits from the lead, here he is. So he pits, and that will give track position to Charles Leclerc, chasing another win around this circuit today. 2.3 second stop.
I think that's to try and cover off Carlos Sainz. Here's the second Ferrari then. Leclerc's gone through to the race lead. Sainz at full racing speed. Verstappen will have the shorter line, and this will be close up to 3.
I think the Ferrari's going to get him, and he does. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Can with DRS. Max Verstappen get past his old teammate. The Ferrari driver hugs the inside line. Sainz defends, and Verstappen is on the warpath here. It's a harder compounded tyre, but there's more grip, and there's going to be no contest. He's got DRS again, and he's got P2 in the race. Hamilton's wide to give Norris the chance. Norris will have the velocity now with the rear wing open with the DRS. Hamilton and Norris have battled at this track before, and he's just sailing on by. Lando Norris takes the place, takes 4th place. And it's a 5-second time penalty for Carlos Sainz. So this is for 8th position for Sergio Perez. That's the Mercedes on the left-hand side, but not for much longer. And through goes Perez to P8 in the Grand Prix. We're looking at the battle for the lead at the Austrian Grand Prix. Yes, that is a battle for the lead in 2023 in Formula One. Ferrari pitting both cars under the virtual safety car. It got them track position, but for how much longer? Leclerc will hang on to the racing line. To the inside goes Max Verstappen to take back 1st place in the Grand Prix. There's a massive cheer in the grandstand as a result as well. Verstappen back where he has been so much this year, and he finds himself P1, chasing his 5th Grand Prix win in a row. 2 passes at turn 3 on that lap. Sergio Perez now up to 7th position, and this is further back in the order. Kevin Magnussen going the long way round and being sent into the gravel.
The race just completely pushed me off again. What the
Nick de Vries has a time penalty for sending Kevin Magnussen to the gravel. And now Perez trying to clear Fernando Alonso. Alonso checking the left-hand mirror because Perez is close. Scrap that, Perez is ahead. Another tidy, borderline easy pass for the Mexican driver who is making use of that car. Hard tyres attached, the screech from the Pirelli rubber as he rejoins the fast lane of the pit lane. And there is Lando Norris at the top of your picture, gaining, and gaining still. He's got more momentum, and through goes Norris.
Yeah, but Sainz with DRS and fresher tyres, will Norris be able to do anything? Brave round the outside, does Norris give him space?
Norris did give him space, they're still side by side, the Ferrari inches ahead. These two get on very well, and you could tell that with the way that they were racing. The Ferrari lost the place out of the pits, reclaimed it, 4th position for Sainz. That's a wide moment for Lando Norris, all over the curve at turn 3. That might break this DRS train apart. This might hand the move to Sergio Perez, who's got a sight of the inside line. He's got a back marker in the way, and he's got the position. Through goes Perez. And the difficult task is set again for Carlos Sainz, who will hold that inside line. Oh, they're close to banging wheels. And he says he's going to fight him all the time here. But it'll be better traction now for Perez. It'll be the inside line, and it will be DRS for Sainz, who will try and fight back for the last step on the podium. He's got the DRS, he's got the place back. Will they give each other room? Brilliant battling from these two. It's tight once again, applying the power. They're wheel to wheel, they're side by side. Who gives an inch here as we go into the infield? Sainz stays ahead. A mirror check once again for Carlos Sainz. You know where he's going. You know where he's going to place that Scarlet Ferrari, but Perez has that information as well. So he's on the outside line of turn 3 once more. Tries to cut back in. Wide entry. Stand on the power. And this time, he's got the DRS on the way down to turn 4. Surely it will be the outside line. Does he have the momentum to move ahead? He does. And this battle is done. Perez goes deep into the corner, and he's just got it now. Another day of Red Bull domination, and Max Verstappen gets to the flag first once more. His 7th win of the season. Max Verstappen wins the Austrian Grand Prix and claims the fastest lap on the last tour. Charles Leclerc will be on the podium once again this year in Formula 1, and Perez from 15th on the grid to 3rd by the end of the Grand Prix. 10 wins in a row for Red Bull, 7 wins in the season for Max Verstappen, 5 wins at this venue for the Dutch driver. Pull out any stat you want, this season belongs to the man back on the top step of the podium once again. So is Lewis Hamilton straight up to 2nd position. Past Fernando Alonso he goes. Watch Ocon trying to improve as well now. Can he get to the inside of the Haas? Verstappen, then Hamilton. Russell trying to out-drag Fernando Alonso, who's fighting the car as he gets on the power. This will be close for 3rd place as we go into turn 3. Alonso loses a position. It is Verstappen, then Hamilton, then Alonso. Will they all fight their way through? It's a position gain for Ocon. He did make it up to 5th place.
Perez in the thick of it as well in the midfield on those hard tyres, but the gainer there is Hamilton. Got great traction off the line on his mediums and just got the drive down the inside of Alonso. There was nothing the Spaniard could do about Lewis Hamilton getting to 2nd place, and he did well actually to keep Russell back. Ferrari and a Red Bull, that's Sainz and Perez.
Sainz trying to go around the outside. Does he have the room? Oh, it's a miracle he made that corner, but he went over the curb, and that gives the place back to Sergio Perez. Still they go wheel to wheel. Better traction off the corner. Oh, and into the wall. Into the wall goes Magnussen, who has to rejoin, and he finds himself dropping down. Doesn't look to be damaged, but he's lost a place to the home favourite. And this was the move for Carlos Sainz, trying to improve past, and he did get past the Red Bull as avoiding action taken by the Haas of Kevin Magnussen.
Stop the car, park near the marshal post, critical message.
Logan Sargent out of the Grand Prix.
We see the move from Piastri on Hulkenberg. I love a bit of that.
Nice move from the Australian rookie to the inside, and the crowd loved it. Oh, Oh, George Russell has hit the barrier. There's front wing further back down the racetrack, and Russell, in this gaggle of the top 4, has made contact with the wall on the exit of 9.
Got a right rear puncture. He's obviously got the front wing hanging off. He might be able to get that round to the pits, and there's a safety car as well now.
So Verstappen, Hamilton, Alonso in the pits for the stops. Let's just check it's the same order. Pressure on the crews here. That's why they're one of the best opportunities he's had all race long. Does he dive to the inside? Fernando Alonso fights his way through, gets past Lewis Hamilton and takes second place, but it's not done yet, and he knows it. He's looking in the left-hand mirror because Hamilton's trying to retake it. The two old masters wheel to wheel, and Alonso takes second place. Here's Nick de Vries. Here's Nick de Vries with the pass to the inside. Can he get it slowed down? Oh, they're close to banging wheels. Does it open the door for George Russell to fight his way by? And after a tough moment earlier on, Magnussen and de Vries still going at it. Lock up and contact again. They're banging wheels in both corners, and how do they get out of this one? Yellow flag is out in the first sector of the racetrack after 2 wheel banging moments in a couple of corners.
So then de Vries goes to the inside, and then it's just quite rude from de Vries trying to usher K-Mag wide at turn 2.